Welcome back, folks, to another video. Today's video topic is going to be on two brands of cars. The Kia and the Hyundai. The gray one is a 2020 Hyundai Elantra. It's got a 2-liter motor in it, 4-cylinder. It has what it calls the preferred package trim. What that means, I really don't know. It's not full of bling. It's kind of a base model. You know, it's got power steering, power locks, power windows, AC. It's got heated seats. It's got automatic climate control, and it's got a sunroof and a little leather steering wheel. Interior, it's cloth. Okay, it's a black cloth. Matches great with the car. I got like 46,000 miles on the car. It's in decent shape, other than that little dinger on the hood over there. My grandson's basketball basket there, whatever you want to call it. It got blown over by the wind and put a zinger on my hood. I'll fix it at some point. Nice car though. Runs good, drives good. Have no issues. Do my oil changes on it, filters. You know, I've got new tires on it. When it's time for brakes, you know, I'll take care of it. The next car over there, it's also 2020. It's my wife's 2020 Kia Forte with the GT line trim package. This is a great car. She's only got 23,000 miles on it. It's white with black accent and some red in it. It's got the 17-inch low profile wheels. The rims are basically, they're a dark gray. They're not black, even though they look black. I love the styling all the way around on this car. On the inside, she's got the sunroof. She's got fog lamps. She's got LED daytime running lamps. She has the bigger screen. She's got automatic climate controls. She's got all the power options too. We just don't have power seats. She got those the nice pedal option down there. I really like that as well. Her interior is more leather. Now in the fronts, I have seat covers over them because don't want to ruin them. But what it basically is, it's basically black bolster, I think is what they say. The bolsters and stuff are leather, and then where you sit your behind and where your back rests, it's cloth. It's a really nice car, a lot of room in it. It sits on the same exact transmission and engine, transmission, powertrain, if you want to call it, same as mine, same exact thing. Reason why I wanted to bring this up, I've been driving these cars these branded cars starting in 2006. We started off with a 2006 Kia Sportage. It was smoky brown metallic. Beautiful, beautiful little SUV. It had the cream colored interior. I wasn't too thrilled with that. And it was leather. Had a sunroof, fog lamps, the whole 9 yards. It was really stylish. It was a small V6. As a matter of fact, it was a 2.7 liter V6. It was a smaller version V6. We had it for approximately 8 years, 168,000 miles on it. The only thing that's ever been done to that car, it had its regular oil changes, had tires, a couple of timing belts, it had plugs, it had struts all the way around, did the brakes, things of that nature. The car never let us down. Took us wherever we had to go. It was our daily driver. We only had one car at the time. I'd use it to go to work or whatever else we had to do, cart the kids around. You name it, we did it. 168,000 miles. From the day we purchased that car, I never went to the shop, or to the dealer, I should say, for an oil change. Never went in for a warranty repair, recalls. It never broke down. It was never on a hook. Nothing. 168,000 miles. I never changed the transmission fluid on it. I never changed the water pump on it. The thing never leaked oil, never leaked antifreeze, never leaked transmission fluid, like I said. It was just basic routine maintenance. And then after that, we traded that in. We had a 2011. It was another Kia Forte. It was an SX, a lot sportier, higher package, beautiful. It was like a candy apple red type deal. Bought it used with 32,000 on it. Unfortunately, it was totaled with 34,000 miles on it. I was totaled by a drunk driver. I was hit on the driver's side, and I sustained some injuries. None of them life-threatening. As a matter of fact, I was T-boned by a 2013 full-size Toyota Tundra. Had big wheels. He had a crash bar in the front, whole 9 yards. And that car there, again, routine maintenance, nothing else wrong. And then after that, from the accident, we upgraded to a 2016 Kia Forte again. Same color as my Hyundai over there. Same type of options. I traded that in at 75,000 miles. I traded in for my wife's current car, the Forte we were just talking about. And while we had that particular car, we also finally got a second car. Bought another Forte. Bought a 2013 Kia Forte EX. It had a sportier package to it. Beautiful car. I bought that with 58,000 miles, believe it or not. Again, for the length of time that I had it, it was only a couple of years. Never failed me, never broke down, nothing. The reason why I bring this up, there are a lot of prominent YouTubers who constantly trash the Kia and the Hyundai brand. Oh, they suck. Their motors blow up. They have this wrong with them. They have that wrong with them. Yada, 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 yada. Well, you know what? Let me tell you something. You tell me one car manufacturer out there that has not had a recall on any of their cars for engines or transmissions or any other problem. Ford's? What's Ford's always been notable for? Burning up, right? Tesla, burning up. What's another thing Ford's had issues with? How about the death wobble on their pickup trucks? Okay. Ask yourself a question. Why has GM, Ford, Chrysler, Stellantis, whatever you want to call that brand, why have they stopped making passenger vehicles other than their sports cars? Why? It's simple. Their quality sucks. Okay? Period. Their cars, their normal passenger cars, always seem to be in the shop. Always seem to break down. Why else would you stop making them for? Your quality sucks, right? And all the years that the automotive industry has been around, with an American-made car, you can't seem to get more than a 3-year or 36,000-mile warranty. Boy, you have a lot of faith in your cars, huh? Both my cars, they come with the standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. They also come with a 5-year, 60,000-mile limited bumper-to-bumper warranty. Okay? Think about that. More protection covers more items. All right? I also purchased for my car, because at the time I was putting more miles on it than my wife, I put on another warranty. Okay? This covers every nut and bolt on the car. $5 more a month on my payments. I pay no parts, no labor, no deductible, and no diagnostic fee. Okay? So I'll give you a quick example. One of the YouTubers, he's a mechanic. I'm not going to say who he is. He's a great mechanic, believe it or not. I watch his channel from time to time. So one of his customers came in with I think it was a 2015 or 2016 Hyundai Sonata. It's kind of gray like the car that I drive. Beautiful car. Now the Sonata is one step above the Elantra. And it needed to be checked out. The customer, it was her girlfriend's. I mean, not a girl, her granddaughter's car, excuse me. And you know what? I guess it was having a ticking noise or whatever. ticking noise, banging noise, whatever you want to call it. He was shocked. He said he drained out 1 cup full of oil. That's all he took out of the car. 1 cup full. So what does that tell you? Girl not only never changed her oil, girl never bothered to check her oil. So he went shopping around anyways for, see what he can get for a motor. And when he called down here to a place in Texas, I guess, they had 50 of these motors in stock for her car. And he was completely flabbergasted and shocked. Just that alone, to him, the cars are considered junk. Me? To have that many motors on hand? To me, that's a good thing. These two companies here combined, they make millions of cars every single year. What's 50 extra motors, right? What's 50 extra motors? A buddy of mine is driving around a Dodge. I think it's a 2012. Guess what? 100,000 miles later, guess what? Had to put another motor in. There was a recall. Boom, he had a motor. Oh my God, it's a Dodge. Oh, but yet those trucks aren't crappy, right? Now, the problem that I have is, supposedly, rebuilders won't touch these motors because they're garbage. Well, if you don't want to touch a motor, maybe try to improve it. What does that tell me? It tells me you have no faith in your craft, right? So my whole thing, about these cars, it's like any other car out there. The biggest problem with cars and why they fail the way they do, a lot of it has to do with simple maintenance. People do not take the time to maintain their cars. My cars get their oil changes, they get tire rotations. Matter of fact, I got new tires on both of these cars. All right, all the filters are changed. When the brakes are ready to be done, I take care of them. Because these cars are under warranty, there's certain things I will not fix on a car if they're warranty items. I let the dealer do it because it's not costing me nothing. I'll tune up my own cars. I'll put a starter motor in there. I'll put a belt on. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do it all. Okay? Yes, there are a lot of people out there who don't have the ability to do that. That's fine. But you know what? Take your cars in and get them serviced on a regular basis, and you won't have this kind of problem. Now, am I going to say the Kias and Hyundais have never had recalls? Oh, hell no, they have. My daughter's fiance's parents had I want to say it was a 2010 Sorento. A couple of years later, there was a big recall because of failed motors. You know what they did? They took back to 2010. They gave them a 2012, and it was an upgrade. It was an upgrade on everything. And they even went a step further. So let's just say hypothetically, because I don't know how much money they put down, let's just say hypothetically they owed only 14,000 miles on that 2010. Well, they transferred the loan payments and everything to the new one. Guess what? They only owed 14,000. Okay, so they'd be on the same payment schedule as they were with the vehicle that they had turned in. All right? Yes, Kia and Hyundais have had problems. But me personally have never experienced any of the problems that people are talking about. Okay? I say it once, I'll say it again. Routine maintenance will solve, in my opinion, the majority of people's problems with these cars. I'm not saying there haven't been no manufacturer defects. I just pointed a couple of examples out to you. And a buddy of mine with the Dodge is always doing his maintenance. Always, nonstop. He doesn't miss a beat. Okay? But then again, he ended up falling under a recall. Okay? And I'm not saying that I don't think there's a large percentage of people who have problems with their motors failing that aren't under recalls because these manufacturers aren't producing quality work. I think a lot of it is because people are not properly maintaining their vehicles, and they want to find somebody else to blame about it. Then they piss, moan, and complain, oh, I'll never buy another Kia, I'll never buy another Hyundai, blah, 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 blah. I hear a lot of people talking up the Toyota brand. You know what? I had a Toyota for a renter a couple months ago. Quite frankly, I didn't like it at all. I didn't. But people say, oh, they're the greatest cars. They never break down. They're this, they're that. Really? If a Toyotas are so great and they never break down, why do Toyota dealers have shops? I'm sure they don't have them just for oil changes, right? I watched another channel for a short bit. A guy, all he did was work on Toyotas. You know what? They have just as many problems as anybody else's. And a lot of it has to do with routine maintenance. Period. So, I just thought I'd bring that little tidbit up. Yeah, I'm just really tired of people trashing these two brands of cars, and that's my opinion on them. I've never had any problems with them. Never broke down. Never had no recalls on them. Nothing. I've been driving these brands since 2006. I'm quite happy, and unless I'm going to buy a truck, I can't see me buying another car, anything else other than the brands that I currently drive. I mean, it could change. I may want to try, as I'm getting older up in age, I might want to try something different. Maybe, maybe not. Only time will tell. So if you're looking to get one of these cars, don't be afraid. They got nice looking cars. They're nicely designed. They're reasonably priced. Do your due diligence if you happen to buy a used one of these. Make sure, like any other car, you take it in for a pre-purchase inspection. Have somebody inspect the car for you first before you decide to buy. And if the dealer tells you we can't do that, then you walk away and you buy something different. Because I will give you this one little tidbit for people who are thinking about buying any of these two cars. The original warranties for the car, the 10-year, 100,000 mile, or the 560, is for the original purchaser of the vehicle. So if you happen to buy a used one and let's just say you happen to buy a used Forte, and it's got 40,000 miles on it. Well, your 10, 100,000 miles now drop down to 60,000 miles. Your 5-year, 60,000 mile has dropped down to 30,000 miles. So that part of the warranty would already be voided. So that's just a little thing I wanted to tell you about these cars. That is the one thing. The original 10, 100,000 and the original 560,000 are for original purchaser only. So if you buy one with 40,000 miles on it, your main warranty drops down to 60,000. So that means you got 20,000 left on the powertrain. And as far as the other one goes, well, because it's at 40,000, so it's 10,000 miles over to 30. Well, that part's not covered. And do yourself a favor, buy yourself a extended warranty. And do yourself a favor, do not buy it from anybody other than a new car dealer. I've never had a problem, and I've heard nothing but nightmares about people who've bought extended warranties elsewhere. So do your due diligence, do your homework, whatever the case may be. But I just thought I'd throw that out to you. These cars are not bad. They're not bad by a long shot. Ciao.